I'm Ryan Hughes, I'm the co-owner of RMA Motors. Moved here 15 years ago to Dubai, and we set up this business 8 years ago, which you can see behind me now. So my background, I'm everything automotive, cars, absolute petrolhead enthusiast. Started originally as a technician with BMW Rolls-Royce, and then took the big plunge over to Dubai to start off first as a sort of technician and work my way through, learn the lay of the land, with the sort of goal in my mind to have something like this, which was a dream in the beginning, but after a few years and hard slog and building a good team, we're here now. We've got everything we need in our showroom, and we've got a nice growth plan and where we can scale our business up, and tell you a little bit about our journey and how we are the enthusiasts bringing everyone their motoring dreams. So yeah, I arrived here 2010, fresh from Scotland. Luckily I'd been coming here for probably 4 or 5 years before that, just because my older brother lived here in the motor trade as well, and we're all car enthusiasts. So this is the kind of place you want to be if you're into cars. I mean, the scene is epic. From sales to motorsport, from all the sort of technical workshops you can see here, is a proper enthusiast place to be. Bit of a dreamland for me when I first arrived. So yeah, so started off with BMW when I came here. That was a bit of a culture shock for me, really. I came from a small workshop with maybe 10 guys in Scotland, which was amazing learning, curve for me. I had so much hands-on experience and close tutoring. You learnt a lot there, and then straight into the deep end here with, I think it was the second biggest BMW Rolls-Royce workshop in the world at the time at AGMC, and it was literally 10 times the size of what I was used to, with a pace that was like nothing on earth I'd seen, in a workshop that had no air conditioning and about 10 different nationalities, and I think I was the only expat British technician at the time. So I felt like it was a little bit of a test. They thought of throw you in the deep end onto the tools working on the cars for a sort of 6 months, see if you can hack it, see if you can survive it, and then you sort of start building your career progress up from there. So yeah, I had that 6 months in the AC workshop, they called it, diagnosing air conditioning cars, which is something you'd never do in Scotland anyway, because you've never got these sort of faults, and just learning the sort of intricacies and difficulties that you'd see in this region, which is completely different to the UK. It's a total different sort of lay of the land. So then I'd done that hard graft for 6 months. They thought I was worthy, so passed that probation period, and then got given my own technical team, became a team leader. Big push for a year and a half for that, then I got another team, and then introduction at Rolls-Royce as well. I'm doing a lot of technical support and work with them as well. It was really nice. It was good for career progression, a real sort of learning curve, and I'm so glad I kind of started that way, because it showed me, where the gaps might have been in the market, what I knew already coming here, and so I learned a lot, so I could take what I had from back home from the UK, and then what I've learned here. It's like it gave me a nice sort of foundation to build on where I am now, actually. So that market knowledge from 2 completely different regions, 2 completely different customer demographics, learning that hands-on, face-to-face with customers. And a lot of the time I spent my time going out on road tests with customers, doing diagnostic road tests, and so that was a good breakdown. You're hands-on, you're face-to-face with maybe an Arabic customer, doesn't speak much English. You start to pick up, communication skills, and you build on that. So that was a great move to begin with. So yeah, 3-4 years into BMW, that was my introduction and the paying for it, but I really enjoyed it. It's the right place and the right way to start, and it showed me that there's a huge gap in the market which I wanted to pursue. So yeah, setting up RMA Motors and where it came from. So yeah, 8 years ago, after being in the sort of corporate ladder, working my way through that for 3-4 years, I actually took 2 years out of the motor trade to pursue some cash flow. So I went and done oil and gas actually from a technical point of view, retrained to do what's called NDT. It's not that much fun, but the money was good, so done a bit of offshore work, saved up some cash, and then with the goal and foresight to get back into the motor trade with my own business. So a bit of a delayed gratification to get the money together to be able to start this. So that was a big step for me. And then about 8 years ago, met up with Murray, business partner Murray Kidd. So we've got the RMA, Ryan, Murray and Arthur. We both came together and said, look, let's get back in the motor trade, let's do our own thing. We both talked about it for months, sitting down, playing simulators, watching cars, looking at everything in the bizzle, just shopping the market and going, there's so many gaps here, there's so many opportunities. And like you're saying, it's a country of opportunities that come up in front of you in Dubai. And we're not doing anything new here. We're not reinventing the wheel. We're just taking what for us was natural sales process, maybe from a UK background, and what we do right, and then just repackaging it the correct method and giving people the customer service and the clean product that they needed. So it always started off in Dubai. We always had friends coming to us, oh, can you help me find a car? Can you help me get this? When I was still a technician mechanic. And yeah, it became a weekly occurrence almost. Oh, I'm going to buy a car, come with me. Oh, have you seen this for sale? What do you think? And you're just doing this every week on the side, and then you start maybe buying and selling 1 or 2 cars and having fun with it. And then you go, actually, you can make a business out of this and do it properly. Because I'm dealing with all these people face to face for almost 6 months a year beforehand going, I can do this better. So after mystery shopping nearly every dealership in the country and working in them for years, I had a good sort of foundation and plan of how I wanted to set up RMA Motors with Murray and Arthur, my brother. And we knew we had this business model and plan where 8 years ago, it wasn't so much pushed on the social media sort of side of things. Everyone had big dealerships, everyone had big showrooms, and it was sort of a thing of the past where people were still reliant on walk-in traffic and shopping showrooms, looking at 3 or 4 showrooms at one time before they buy the car. But we knew that transition had changed where people would only go to 1 or 2 showrooms now. So we knew, look, we can leverage social media, building Facebook, Instagram at the time, which was still pretty new for sort of targeting ad sets and marketing, and be a bit different on the market. So we came from that sort of expat basis, target an expat market to start off with, sort of trusted ex-technicians, mechanics selling cars, but coming from a social media targeted audiences. And when we really started off, we were like, okay, we can't have a showroom, we can't have what we've got now. This is master plan years later. And it's an industry where you have to be cash flow ready. So it's difficult to scale up and grow. So we thought, okay, no problem, let's start small. We'll start off from a business centre, which was Oryx World. It was a great little place to start with. We had our cars in the car park, and we leveraged our main showroom, which was social media. So we really hit that with a very nicely built website from UK-based motor trade companies. We put basically most of our capital behind that on a marketing sense. And then for us, the easy part was buying and selling cars. For us, that was the natural sort of thing for us to do. It wasn't hard and once you got the person in front of you, because good product, clean cars, priced well, and if we marketed properly, we knew we'd make it work. And it did. So we grew on 2, 3 years, 4 years in the showroom, 3 years in the office centre, the business centre, until we basically expanded completely out of that. By that time, 2 years in, we had 2 offices, going about 10 staff at that point, and it was working. You know, we'd came into a market where there was only one sales platform at the time. It was the Bizzle, that was it. But we were operating on 3 different platforms between Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the time. So no one else was really doing that. There was a handful of people doing it, but we just put our full focus on that, and that helped us scale quite quickly and sell cars and give a good product. Then we got the lucky opportunity we'd felt like, you know, we've banked profits for 2 or 3 years. We're at this chance, we're at this crossroads. Can we take the next big step, which was a showroom? We needed somewhere, space, size-wise, that, you know, selling 20, 30 cars a month at the time out of the old office was our limit, size-wise. And we had these grand schemes, can we do double that? Can we do double that from a showroom? So we took the plunge, we went for it. Big setup in 2020, well, end of 2019 it was. Moved into this showroom we're in now. Actually, this is one side of it. We've got two now, but this was the first one we came into. And then it was like, great, let's go for it. First month, up and running. We hit our targets. We've got 30, 40 cars. We're like, amazing, we've sold 30, 40 cars in our first month. And then there's this whisper of a thing called COVID going through there, which we didn't really pay much attention to at the end of 2019. So yeah, COVID, 2020. Yeah, that was a scary time. We were doing well as a company, and then that hit and changed everything overnight to where we'd literally had all our cash flow, all our capital and everything invested in this building, just finished a fit out, got all the stock on, took on new staff and really pushing it. And then the taps just got turned off, which was really difficult. So we had to take a step back. And now when I look at it in hindsight, I'm glad it happened in a weird way. It made me rethink all of our processes. Went back to the drawing board to look at, you know, where our processes and our sales journey was, our customer journeys, the dealer management systems we're using, and a bit more marketing. So I kind of had time to take my head out of the daily chaos with Murray, and we could structure more training for the staff. And we never stopped. If anything, we were looking at the back end of social media and Facebook marketing. You could go in the back and see what everyone else was promoting. We seen everyone else turned off their marketing, so we turned ours up. We just went, okay, there's clear market change here, so let's be the first people on, like the first garage or dealership on people's minds when the market opens up again. So we went, okay, took a month off, repositioned this, we've got the staff on training, pushed them heavily on sales training, actual, you know, body language, closing deals, handling objections, the basics, getting really honed in on that, because everyone here knows the product, they're enthusiasts, so that was easy. So we really honed in on that. We changed our sales journey, we made it more easier for the customer journey, we changed our finance, insurance product, we've done everything. We basically rejigged the whole company in 2020 to make it a better flowing company, which helped us scale up moving forward to where we are now, where we're doing like 100 cars a month. So that panic moved away after 3 months of COVID. Luckily, it was only like a 2-month lockdown. And in that 2 months, we still managed to sell cars. We still managed to take deposits. I had cars going out with recovery trucks, picking cars up, dropping them off with customers, because we're leveraging social media. That's all we're doing. We went back to our old way. Okay, just keep pushing the social media, the digital showroom, and that's what we managed to do. Couldn't register any cars for 2-3 months. Yeah, so then we restructured, it was good. I'm glad COVID happened in some ways. I know that's a crazy thing to say, but it made us a better business for the long run. It helped us be ready for the next big jump, and trying to replicate yourself in business, for me, is probably one of the hardest things you could possibly ever do, because you're always going to have your head in the game, and the hardest thing for me to do was sort of take myself out of it, out of the daily grind and the daily chaos, and then find staff that are, in theory, if you look at it, better than me. So as a business owner, you know every single area of this business, you know the intricacies, you write the process and you make it right, you make it the way you want it to be. But then you can't stay in that every day if you want to build and scale your business. So taking yourself out, and I think that's where finding people was the hardest thing in 2021, 2022 to take us to the next level. At that point, we took RMA PPF on, which is our second brand, which is paint protection film. Took the showroom next door, we scaled up, we had a good 21, 22, and we moved on with that. So now we're also doing 2 PPF cars per day, every day, paint protection film. We're selling 80 to 100 cars a month, every month. And yeah, we've got a team of over 52 staff. It's grown massively in the last few years. And we're ready for our next jump, which is straight to my heart, a bit of motorsport. You probably see this little toy behind me, Caterham. So we've actually been nominated as the main dealer for Caterham cars in the UK, which is a sports prestige brand that we love, which is a bit of fun for us as well. So we're going to be selling them locally as the main dealer, along with all our nice other shiny cars that we sell. And we're also going to be introducing Caterham Motorsport in 2026, full racing series with Racing Academy, and we'll have a couple of cars in ourselves. So sort of the dream of, you know, racing Sunday, winning Sunday, selling Monday. Enzo Ferrari's mantra. We're going to try and do it ourselves in RMA Motors, which will be good fun. And yeah, that's us for this year, 2025. That's our targets for the future. We want to grow on. We want another showroom. We're going to build on the brands. Can we do 150 cars a month by the end of this year? Let's try and do it. I'm going to keep pushing until we do. And yeah, I'm enjoying the journey. First thing I would say, if you're setting up here and you're moving here and you're fresh here, ignore the naysayers, ignore the negativity, because everyone you probably speak to has probably been stuck in the mud for a while doing the same thing over and over and a bit upset with things. If you're coming with a fresh idea and something new, and you've done your market analysis and you've done all your testing and you know it's something that could work and there's a gap, pursue it. Because all I got told for probably a year and a half before and during we set up this company, and even before I moved here, was, it's a mistake, don't do it, don't do it, you're crazy to do it, wrong time to go. Oh, the market's the wrong time. This is all you're going to hear. There's never a wrong time, the right time's now, the time is now. If you've not done it and you've got it in your mind, just get it done. Take the plunge, take a chance. It's probably the best thing you'll ever do. So yeah, I think if you're still young, you're still single and you can do it, not got attachments, go for it, get it done. And then when you do get here, learn the lay of the land. Don't jump into something immediately. Get some boots on the ground knowledge of how things work, because it's completely different to back home. Whether it be selling cars, whether it be selling cosmetics, it doesn't matter, it's different, you know. And learn your customer demographics. It's all a bit different. Your product stays the same, but your sales are a little bit different. I mean, a car's a car, selling a car, but it's different products in different regions, different customers, different nuances to learn. So yeah, you need to be a sponge for the first year or two before you jump into something heavy in this country, I'd say, with your investment in money. So yeah, my advice, take the plunge, ignore the naysayers. Second bit, get involved and learn, boots on the ground, get your hands dirty and learn it from the ground up, whatever you're going in to do, because it will be different from what you've learned before back home. Third bit of advice, once you are set up and you're leveraging every bit of knowledge and contact you've got and you're building your marketing, get your face in the camera, get out there. You've got to, because that's how we scaled up from a small, unheard of showroom quite quickly to having this. Your marketing's got to be key. You've got to get out there, you've got to do things differently and be different to everyone else. There's no harm in getting laughed at, because everyone's going to laugh at you when you do something different. As long as you're not making a fool of yourself, push on with it. Because if it works and it gets your attention, you're doing the right thing. Ignore everyone, ignore the negativity, just get on with it. Once you've got to that level, my next bit of advice, you're going to struggle to replicate yourself to scale your business up. So get your head out of the day-to-day, hire well, you know, and don't be scared if you've taken the wrong plunge into, staff. If it's the wrong person, move fast. Don't let it stagnate in your business. Make sure you're doing the right thing and bring on the right staff. So my third step as well, I'd say, you're at the point now you need to scale your business. If you've got them first two bits right, it's time to scale up and get your head out of the daily grind. And never stop learning. You need to keep your head on the ball and you need to learn. Because I'm a car guy, I'm a technician to trade, but I need to understand business management, finance, accounts, marketing, social media, logistics. It never stops, so don't stop learning. If you want to be successful here, turn your brain on to everything. Take every YouTube video that's in your market and region and watch it and learn it. If there's courses you can do to make you better at what you are, do it. You have to do it. Don't be scared to go to the seminars. Don't be scared to take the courses. Watch the videos in your spare time. Just learn everything. Be a sponge. And once you've got that, build your process. For the love of God, please build a process, because you'll scale up. And believe me, this is from words of experience. If you don't have a proper set in stone process for all your departments, you'll scale up quick and it will fall down. It will become chaos and carnage, and it does. So make sure that you understand what's in your head, get it down on paper, because you know it better than anyone else in your company. And then you hire correctly around your process and how your company is built and structured. And you have to fire correctly as well. If someone doesn't fit that, you know, don't be scared to do it. It's a hard thing to do, it's difficult. But if they don't fit your company or process what you're doing, don't be scared to get them out, because you can't grow your business if they're not conforming to how you know how it should work and it's been successful already. So I think, yeah, that's 3 sort of points I've used through the years, and it's worked well for us as a company. And I've still got a long way to go. So yeah, I'm Ryan Hughes. This has been my journey with RMA Motors. And if you're looking for a car, come down, come to RMA, check us out. We're always here. Go on our website, check out our Instagram, check out our YouTube. We're doing loads of series with car reviews as well on the side, which is a nice bit of fun. And hopefully my words of wisdom, if you take it that way, maybe inspire 1 or 2 people, and take the plunge yourself. Don't be scared. Probably the best thing you'll ever do in your life was for me. If you want to like, share, subscribe, go and WeShare as well. Thanks to the guys for doing this little video, and check out our stuff as well at RMA Motors. Thank you.